Welcome back, everyone. It's Kathy with Bridges Stamping, recording this video late on Sunday night. It has been a very busy weekend. So today we're going to make a pretty simple card using the Pretty Pumpkins bundle. It's beginning to be pumpkin season. It is the last week of celebration. It ends on Thursday. This video should go up Monday. Please, if you're interested in buying anything, now is the time so you can earn yourself some great free products. Okay, so the Pretty Pumpkin set is really versatile, and I'll show you some example cards later. You can use the stamp set, you can use the dies alone, and use it with what you already have, and you can make some really neat looking cards. So the colors we're using today are Cinnamon Cider and Pumpkin Pie, which actually go really, really well together. Also, this designer series paper is part of the 6x6 paper that's in the annual catalog. It comes in every color family, so the in colors, the regals, the brights. So it's nice because if you don't want to invest in a whole lot of designer series paper, it gives you a good selection and good variety. And this actually, I just thought this background went really very well with the set. So we're going to be doing Cinnamon Cider. I've stamped already, but I did want to talk a little bit about coloring. So I use Stampin Blends to color. I do want to mention Stampin Blends are not archival, so I wouldn't use them for scrapbooking, things you want to keep a long time. I think they're great to use for cards. And one thing you want to think about is laying down color. So this is Mango Melody, but if you have a different, I'm not sure if this one is retired or not, so if you have a different yellow, that would work. So we're just going to do one pumpkin because you don't want to sit here and watch me color. So we're laying down the yellow, right? Because what we're going to do is color over it with a pumpkin pie. And what you want to think about is where the light comes from. So let's pretend that the light is coming from the left. So we're just going to start from the top. And the thing about these markers is they never streak, which is nice. You can just color any way you want and there's no streaks, which is what I don't like about the Stampin' Right markers. But the Stampin' Right markers are useful for a lot of other things. So we're just going to color in this way, and we're going to pretend the light's coming from over here. So we're kind of giving it like a little highlight. And then we're going to go over it again with that yellow to blend it out. So check it out. Is it focusing? Yes. So it looks pretty cool, right? Actually, I really like how that came out. So what I did is I colored all the pumpkins. I used Mossy Meadow for the leaves, and I used the bronze for the little, let's say branch, the stems, I guess. But I already went and cut one out using the die, so you don't have to fussy cut, which is nice. So now let's assemble our card. So we have the inside piece. So I cut a piece of Cinnamon Cider the size of a card front, which means this is 5.5 by 4.25 because I want it to cover the entire front with no border. Okay. And then one of the scraps that I have left, I'm going to use on the inside, like I did on this side, and it just gives a little extra something to the inside. So we're going to move that off to the side for a moment. Now this one, I want to show you a little trick about lining up card fronts. So first we'll fold our card, and my bone folder, once again, he has gone wandering. All right, so we're folding it. Okay, so we want this to be exactly on here. So if you take your trimmer, let's see if I can get this, I have all these markers, this right here. Okay, so you know there's a little bit of a lip here, so you put this up in the corner, right? So this is not going to move. And we're just going to take our liquid glue, and we're just going to put a little bit, not too much. A little bit of this goes a long way, but you know how you have that extra give if you use the liquid glue. And you want to scrape the liquid glue against the card so you don't get too much. Okay, and then You're just gonna lay it so it butts up against the same lip. And if you do it that way, you get a perfect, nothing's over, no border showing. It's absolutely perfect. Okay, over here. Now, this piece I cut from, this is the Scalloped Contours dies. It's one of my favorite sets. It's got some really great, this is the third one in, rectangles with beautiful borders. You make awesome cards with that. So we can actually, I was thinking, well, we can put it off to the side, but I'm going to center it. Once again, we're going to be using our liquid glue. And I stamped the sentiment on the front in pumpkin pie, but on the inside, I stamped it with a cinnamon cider. So everything coordinates and matches. Okay, so we're going to take our pumpkin and we're just going to pop that up on dimensionals, which are right here where I left them. Now you notice that the Stampin' Blends do bleed through, so when you are using them, please be careful from the protect your surface underneath, because the last thing you want is to, you know, accidentally color your table. That would be bad. They are alcohol ink, which is why they blend, which so they evaporate, which is why they are not archival. But that's because I am a librarian and I care about things like that. So we are just going to take off the backings of our dimensionals, and we are going to put this here. And so it's nice, just the pumpkins are popped up. And then what I did with the other card is I took a little Wink of Stella, and if you're not familiar with it, this just gives a little bit of glitter to absolutely anything. And you just kind of paint it on. It might be, actually, I'm not sure you'll be able to see it at all on this camera, but it gives this card a little bit extra something. So if you, it is sparkling, there we go, it sparkles a little. It's really nice in person. Just a little bit, get a little bit more even. Okay. There you go. We have a really nice, now this could be a fall card, a Thanksgiving card, you know, just a thinking about you card. But this technique of using the designer series paper and a white cutout, you can use for so many different images. There's a Santa image, I think something similar with red would be really pretty. Thank you for watching. Remember, don't miss out on Celebration. If you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, if you have any questions, leave me a comment. Please remember to like and subscribe and stamp on.